Well, it is like running up on 15 to the hour.
Wow.
There's one big thing happening coming up on Monday that we should talk about while we're here on air.
Ooh, yes, what?
Yeah, and it is on Monday down at the Capitol Plaza in the Queen Elizabeth building.
Hmm.
The Premier of Alberta will be having a town hall conversation with the Caribbean community here in Edmonton.
Mm.
And it is the first time a sitting Premier of Alberta, it's the first time ever that a sitting Premier has had a direct one on one conversation with the Caribbean community in the city.
Right.
Let that sink in for a minute.
Yeah, I've been trying to let it sink in for a while.
Yeah, yeah, let that sink in
May
for
I
a
ask?
minute.
May I ask why does she want to sit with us?
She's been actually doing a little bit of a tour with different cultural groups over the last couple months,
Okay.
based on her schedule and when she's in town and when she has time. So
Hmm.
she's done a thing with the Filipino community. She's been to, I believe, one of the Sikh temples on the south side for a community thing there. And
Okay.
so Tallman, who works in the provincial office,
Hmm.
she was asking him about members of the black community that she could meet with because she had some time, and so
Right.
he suggested the Caribbean community to her.
Okay.
So he reached out
Okay.
to me, and he reached out to Jana, and so we're working with him to put it all together.
Hmm.
I will be the moderator interviewer for the night, so I get to sit down one
No.
on one and interview Daniel Smith in front of everyone.
Okay.
So that's going to be great. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
We have about 100 people RSVP to come,
Oh, wow.
and so yeah, it should be an interesting night of conversation.
Yeah. And what time is this at?
Doors open at 5.
Okay.
Event kicks off at say 5:30.
Okay.
Premier Smith is going to arrive at around 6. And
Okay.
so her and I conversation is going to get rolling from 6 till about 7, a little bit after 7.
All right.
So it should be an interesting night of conversation. We got some really
Yeah.
good questions that have come in. And so, yeah, I spent some time editing down some of these questions and amalgamating some of the questions that are repetitive.
Right.
And yeah, um, should be
Could,
will be
could
interesting.
you could you share like what is the one question that keeps coming up? Could you
Um,
say that? Or kind
yeah,
of
one of the questions that keeps coming up has to do with support for business and
okay.
enterprise within the province.
Okay.
Another one that comes up is about healthcare.
Mm.
'Cause we have a lot of seniors in our community that have, real questions and concerns about that.
Right.
And then the other one that came up a fair bit had to do with immigration.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be some really interesting, entertaining questions. It would be great to kind of get her viewpoint on some of these things.
Mhm.
There's going to be a number of other like deputy ministers and stuff in the house,
Okay.
so that after the town hall is done, let's say if you have a specific question that's related to a particular topic and a particular minister or deputy minister is there from a particular portfolio, you might be able to
Mhm.
just have a quick side conversation with that person directly since it's their portfolio and they can give a bit more context to some of these things.
Right.
So we're
Okay.
so we're working with her office to see how many of them. I think about 4 or 5 of them might be there as well. So
Okay. And are they going to be sitting up there with her? Or are they going to be
no, they'll be in the audience, and then
like in the
they'll
audience?
yeah
Okay.
yeah, and then we'll point them out who's there, and then afterwards you'll be able to kind of do the mix and mingle session. You'll be able to chat with them and
Right.
stuff. So
Okay. That should be good.
yeah, no, it's gonna be. I'm
Okay.
looking forward to it. I've always wanted to interview the premier.
Mhm.
So
Be nice.
Oh no, totally gonna be no 100%. Don't worry, Big G's not gonna to go. No.
Okay.
This is gonna be a cool sit down
Okay.
conversation with the premier, and it's the first time that she's sitting down with us.
Yeah.
And I personally would like her to come back again. So
Right. Yeah. Can people still RSVP to to come, or can they just show up?
You can show up at the door. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, show up at the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
So
wondering.
you're coming.
Because you know our people sometimes. Yeah, of course. You know our people sometimes. We don't know what the day's going to look like, and we just happen to be in the area. We're just going to show up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to just show up, which is
Yeah.
par for the course in our community.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got 100 people coming. It'd be nice to know ahead of time because we are Sunset Record Kitchen is going to do a little bit of food, a little bit of light snacks and stuff. So,
Okay.
so it'd be good to know
Yeah.
if you're coming, so we can make sure that there's a little something for everybody, so to speak. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's going to be an opportunity to sit down with her and chat. Khalees is going to do a little thank you thing at the end
Nice.
for her. So we want to make sure that as much of the Caribbean community is there and in the house, so that she can see and understand, the vastness of the Caribbean.
Right. Yeah.
We
There's
are
a lot of us here.
Yeah, we're not a monolith. Even the a lot of people when they think of the Caribbean, they automatically put it in the classification of black communities.
Yeah.
But that's a false classification for the Caribbean.
Mhm. So we always get thrown in that category, though.
We always get thrown in that box.
Yeah.
But I went to school and there's like Chinese Jamaicans, South Asian Jamaicans, white Jamaicans
Mhm.
that are born in and are culturally Jamaican, and I accept them as Jamaican.
Yeah. You know what I learned the other day?
Mm.
On Instagram has been teaching me a lot.
Yeah, the School of the Gram.
School, yeah. I didn't know there was German Jamaicans.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing.
there's a massive German community in Westmoreland, in Jamaica.
Did not know that, because there's
Huge.
this guy that has what's his name? He has a huge restaurant that everyone goes to,
Hmm.
and they said that he was German. I was like, huh.
Yeah, there's a
Not either.
massive German community in Jamaica.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you go there, they're all white, and then they start talking. You're like, oh, you're Jamaican.
Not expecting that.
Yeah. If you just look at them, you wouldn't be expecting until they start talking. You're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Same
So,
thing with the Japanese.
well, there's a
When they
massive.
start, yeah, when they start talking, it's just like, wait, what?
What? What? Did you, okay. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So it'd be great for her to kind of see the depthness and the richness of what the Caribbean is.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. So everyone, please come out.
Yeah, come on out and have a great time listening to the premiere. Be respectful. We're not there to grandstand. We're not there to be boisterous.
Exactly. Let's play nice.
Yeah, that will not be tolerated. I tell you right
Yeah.
now, I'm not tolerating.
Wait.
I'm not putting up with it.
Yeah.
We would like to be able to call upon the premier whenever we need to call upon the premier.
Mhm.
So yeah. Well, it is 5 to the hour.